Okay, everybody. I have with me today Jose Gomez. How you doing today, man?
Hey, how's it going, everyone? Doing pretty good.
Cool. Jose, why don't you tell everybody a little bit about who you are and what brokerage you're with and that type of thing?
Absolutely. So, my name is Jose Gomez de la Torre, which I know it's pretty long. It's a mouthful there. And I'm with Danbury Realtors. So, a little bit about myself. I actually have lived in Toledo, Ohio for, I'd say, about 30 years. A very interesting fact about myself is I'm actually bilingual. So, I also help out the Spanish community. I speak fluently in Spanish. I also did my education here. I'm also a Falcon and a Rocket as well. So
Cool.
both of those things
A
there.
Falcon and a Rock. Yeah, so I Bowling Green in Toledo.
Yes, for those that do not know, I've been in the business since 2019, and I can't even keep track of how many families I helped already. Yeah, a lot. They're buy homes, sell their homes, and I feel like right now is a great opportunity for whether you want to buy or sell a home. There's many programs out there to help anyone out there,
Yeah.
especially if you want to buy or even to sell. Like, I mean, I always like to sit down with people and let them know their options, and I'll let them know, be upfront, and let them know that's like their best choice. If they're looking to sell, we'll look at their situation and we will determine whether or not if it's something that's I could say yes, this is a good idea or no, this is not a good idea.
Yeah.
But
That's awesome, man.
yep.
Let's talk a little bit about some of your hobbies. You have some interesting hobbies.
Oh yes,
You mind telling us a little bit about some of those?
absolutely. So, I mean, I
Wait. So Jose seems very reserved and very mellow on the surface, but you do some pretty extreme stuff. Can we talk about some of those?
yeah. So, I mean, I love to skydive. Skydiving is a sport that I got into a couple years ago. Not quite. I don't still have my license, but working on that. I think this season will be the time that I'll be able to acquire my license and I'll be able to do solo jumps on my own. So,
Yeah.
really looking forward to that. There's
Yeah.
David. I always let him know he never wants to take me up on the offer. He's like, no, thank you. Nope. Uh, I also like to do Krav Maga. I've been doing that for, I want to say almost 2 years now.
Yeah.
And another thing that I've started doing as well, which is kind of challenging, but I think it's kind of cool as well, is learning how to dance salsa. I always like to challenge myself in those kind of situations.
Yeah.
Um,
And Krav Maga, why don't you tell people what Krav Maga for those that don't know what Krav?
yes, because I know a lot of times I say Krav Maga, most people are they have no idea. So Krav Maga, essentially what it is, it's the self-defense system developed by the Israeli Special Forces. And the way I describe it to people, it's kind of like self-defense for like MMA because you learn how to defend yourself against any kind of mixed martial art fighting form.
Yeah.
And I mean, it takes a lot of discipline, a lot of, well, not, I wouldn't say a lot of skill. It's just the work you put in, like everything else.
Yeah.
That's essentially what it is. But I mean, in our studio, you have individuals, I think from as young as 17 years old and up to, or I want to say it was around the lady was about 65 years old.
Oh
So
well.
anybody can learn Krav Maga if they're interested in doing that.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you enjoy these interesting hobbies. Is it the adrenaline rush or what keeps you I mean, I would imagine jumping out of a plane, something goes through your body where you're like it's undescribable. It's probably like a spiritual thing in a way.
Oh yeah, it is almost a spiritual experience there. I mean, when you're about to jump out of that plane, I'm not gonna lie to you, I feel intense fear every single time. However, as soon as I jump off that plane, I mean, that instantaneously turns into adrenaline, and it's an experience like no other, I would say.
Yeah. So let's talk about that for a second. So, you're about to jump out of a plane. I would be, soiling my pants. You know, what makes you say, you know what, I'm gonna just jump? What voice in your head goes, you know what, I'm gonna push through this?
That is a great question.
Where does that come from?
That is a very good question because every single time I keep asking myself, "Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this?" And that little voice, I want to say it's deep within my body. Not specifically sure what location it's in, but there's something there that just says, "Okay, jump, and you're gonna really enjoy this experience." And that's what I do pretty much.
I mean, is it faith? Is it religion? Or
I think it's faith, I wanna say. Um, I would say that I mean, you have a setup every time you're gonna jump out of the plane, the way you're gonna exit the plane, you're pretty much just like 1, 2, 3, let go, basically. It's so you let go, you don't overthink it or anything, you just as soon as you count to 3, you let go and gravity takes over. So it's something that's, yeah, man, I'm just enjoying it here.
so when you get your license, does that mean that you could jump alone, solo?
Yep, pretty much that's I mean, I've done solo jumps already on my own. There's only certain things you can do though before you have your license. Once you have your license, you're pretty much clear to jump and you have to use your best judgment as well because obviously you're not going to go jumping when the wind speed is like 14 miles an hour, 20 miles an hour because then you might end up smacking a building at that speed, which that might not be a good thing there.
Mm. Oh yeah, that'd be bad.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's something that's, you could do jumps out of planes solo, but then later on, you could also go to your Category B license, which that allows you to jump out of helicopters. Uh,
Are you gonna do that?
I think I probably would do that. That sounds like a great experience too there. Yeah, but, and then there's also other areas as well that I think they do require, like, a Category B license because of the terrain. You have to have a lot more experience, and if you don't, I mean,
Okay. Yeah. So if you weren't doing real estate, what would you be doing? I'm gonna say stunt double, but what would you do?
well, I thought about that long and hard, and quite recently, I've been doing a lot of internal work within myself,
Hmm.
and I would have to say I would want to do men's coaching.
Men's coaching. That's okay. What kind of coaching? Describe that.
Well, the type of coaching that I would be doing is something a little bit
Like self improvement coaching, or like coaching in real estate. What type of coaching?
that would be more of a self improvement,
Okay.
and it would be for men to be able to feel their emotions and process them through somatic processing work.
Cool.
That's something that's getting a lot more attention
Hmm.
more recently.
Yeah.
Um, I feel like a lot of men in particular, they bottle up their emotions
Yep.
and they just close down. And I know that that might be a contributing factor to why a lot of relationships do not work.
Hmm.
Um, so I've noticed that. And I mean,
Yeah.
I myself have started doing that type of work. So I see the benefits of it as well.
Sure. Like every guy needs to do that to some degree because guys do withhold their emotions sometimes and just try to bottle it in and work through it. But everybody needs some type of um, coaching or therapy in a way, just to kind of process, what's going on, what's happening. And if no one talks about it, then they think it's just normal when in reality it might not be normal, right?
Yeah. I mean, like in the past, I mean, it was normalized in our society where men would just not express their emotions. That was something that was normal. However, now times are changing and there's work that can be done to really change that. Have to I don't know if I have to sneeze or yawn, one of the two. Yeah. But I mean besides that, really to get in tune with your body in general, like practicing meditation, journaling, those things really help tremendously there.
Yeah.
Um
Yeah.
And what I tend to do is I'm kind of like the guinea pig.
Mhm.
I'm the one that I'm thinking like, okay, before I want to try to see if this works on other individuals, I'd like to try it myself.
Yeah.
And if I see benefit to it, then I'm gonna
Yeah.
start telling people like, hey, this is something that's beneficial here.
Mhm. Yeah. That's awesome. I mean, it's a very brave thing to do as well. That's awesome, man. What do you let's talk about real estate for a little bit. What is your favorite favorite part of the entire real estate process?
I think my most favorite part of the whole process for real estate is getting to know people, getting to connect with them, really understanding where they're coming from. Um, because I mean, there's some that you have there's gonna be so many transactions, but I really enjoy the whole process of getting to know my clients, understanding their unique situation, try to help them through that unique situation here. And because everybody's coming from different walks of life,
Yeah.
and you want to really understand what's their situation, how is it that you could assist them in their situation, whether it's someone that's looking to buy perhaps their first home,
Yeah.
or it could be an investor or something. You want to kind of understand what their goals are.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate goal. Understand their goals and understanding why why they want to do what they want to do.
Right. The motivation behind it. Absolutely. Cool. What's the biggest lesson that real estate has taught you?
That's a great question. But the biggest lesson that real estate has taught me is that every single transaction will be different. There's different personality types out there,
Hmm.
and you have to constantly try something different because what may have worked for one individual is not going to work for the other individual. Um, and you have to get creative sometimes
Yeah.
because it's,
Yeah.
I think the best way to describe it is it's like a roller coaster ride.
Yeah.
The transaction could be going smoothly, and next thing you know, you're being ready to close the transaction, and, I mean, you hit that hill there, and it came out of nowhere, so you have to find a
Curveballs. Curveballs.
yeah, the curveballs, that's it right there, and that's why it's also very important to have a great team behind you. It's not just the real estate agent, you have a great team of your lenders, you have inspectors, everyone involved, photographers. Photographers are also very important as well. I mean, it's very important to really showcase the home, and the photos are the most important thing because that's how individuals are gonna know,
Yeah.
"I really wanna get into this home." And if you have someone going out there just taking photos with their phones or something, you're not gonna get that quality.
Yeah. That was a joke. That was a shameless plug. That was just a joke. Okay. Last question. What is something on your resume that nobody knows about that you're proud of? Do you have something like that?
I do, as a matter of fact. So I have a dual master's.
Ooh.
Yeah, a dual master's in public health administration and epidemiology. So, I mean, most people wouldn't think that I'm a big science nerd.
Wow.
Um, I
That's interesting. What's your fascination with that?
I'm very fascinated in how the human body works and how it functions. I mean, it's just very fascinating that all the functions that our body does on a daily basis, and most of them are involuntary.
Mhm.
Wouldn't even know it's the breathing happening. Yeah, involuntary muscles that are helping you breathe, heart's pumping blood. Uh, yeah, there's so many processes that take place that it's very unique, and it's also very unique how our body has the ability to recover, especially after any kind of
Right.
sickness or anything.
Trauma.
Yep. And I think that I always have been very fascinated with the human body. Um, so I feel like that might have been the reason as to why I decided to go that route.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that. It's very interesting. Jose, how do people get in touch with you if they want to do business with you?
It's quite simple. You could either email me at jose@danbury.com, or you could reach out to me directly. My cell phone number is 419-509-8973.
Awesome, man. Thank you so much for coming on the show, and we really appreciate you sharing your story. And thanks for your time.